everybody. Happy Friday. And welcome to the #1 show at late night. Let's welcome tonight's guests. Readers get so lost in his books, his publisher includes a map. Novelist and literary critic Walter Kerr. She's so bright that daylight savings time sends her hate mail. Former director of press communication for Trump's re-election campaign, Aaron Parini. He gets in bed while you're still at work, and he's always gone before you get home. Co-host of Fox and Friends for Todd Pyro. And she keeps herself so thin so she can slip through the bars of her holding cell. Fox News contributor, Kat Tibbs. So exhausted. All right. It's been another great week of shows, thanks mostly to some new creams and ointments I've been using that allow me to sit comfortably. Thanks, Larry. But it's been 7 days since my favorite segment, so let's do it right now, shall we?
Greg's Leftovers.
Yeah. It's time once again for Leftovers. It's where I read the jokes we didn't use this week. And as always, it's my first time reading them. So if they suck, it's not my fault. But if they're great, it's all me. Because that's how it works. If you don't like it, get your own show. Don't. Stay here. Here we go. Last week, a 5.1 magnitude earthquake rattled the city of San Francisco, prompting residents to say, finally, some good news. Yeah. Phew. The annual New York City Marathon is this Sunday. I thought about signing up, but instead of running, I decided just to stay home and my pants. Same difference. Marathoners know what I mean. And you'll never guess who offered to fire the starter pistol. That's right, Alec Baldwin. I could see that coming. So according to leaked emails, Russian President Vladimir Putin is battling both Parkinson's disease and cancer, which, if you do the math, makes him 10 times healthier than President Biden. Brutal. James Corden is making news again, this time for repeating a Ricky Gervais joke, word for word. Corden said it was inadvertent and that he's been writing original material ever since he created The Office. For you non-Brits, Ricky Gervais created The Office, so it's gonna explain that joke. And I believe Corden, too, because if he were going to steal anything from Gervais, I'm pretty sure it would be his entree. Oh, that crossed the line. The Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade this year will feature a new Diary of a Wimpy Kid balloon. For accuracy, the creators of the balloon spent hours studying photos of Pete Buttigieg. This week, Ukraine urged FIFA, I don't know who that is, to ban Iran from playing in the World Cup next month, alleging human rights violations and supplying weapons to Russia. In other words, they wouldn't wish soccer on their second worst enemy. That's good. It's because soccer sucks.
Big soccer.
Ooh, hey,
What?
bunch of soccer fans here. Huh? What are you gonna do? Riot? Ooh. Don't use your hands. All right. At a recent press event, President Biden claimed he spoke to the man who invented insulin, even though the doctor died before Joe was born. When told of this fact, the president replied, "You know, I thought that guy smelled and looked horrible." A new study finds that women receive 10% fewer chances to speak than men on large news networks and tend to interrupt more often than men. We'd go to a woman for comment, but we don't care. I know, there's a sexist on my staff who keeps writing them.
What?
CNN's flashy new morning show, co-hosted by Don Lemon, bombed in its debut episode on Tuesday. When asked why Lemon was moved to the morning slot, producers say there's a less of a chance of viewers vomiting up breakfast as opposed to a full dinner. Baristas of a Seattle coffee shop won their court case this week, allowing them to wear skimpy bikinis at work. A regular customer named Ron said, "I think it's great. It gives me something else I can stir my coffee with." Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about. I don't think he's real. That's what Colbert said. He's not real. A New York judge named Laura Johnson is catching heat for considering cutting a gang member's sentence in an attempted murder case to just 5 years if the man says he's sorry. But you might recognize Judge Johnson from her previous job as Rocky's trainer. Could have made a joke about her idiotic sensibilities, but no, let's go for her looks. I've taught you well. Finally, California Governor Gavin Newsom partly blamed Fox News for fueling the vitriol against House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and her husband, Paul. Critics suggested Newsom should take a good look at himself in the mirror, but he already was. And now, to some actual news. It's the Democrats' failing strategy, repeating that we're all a threat to democracy in the hopes that it increases their chances in the midterms. But like Jesse Waters' extra strength Rogaine, it's not working. All election season long, they put all their eggs into the January 6th voter suppression, evil MAGA threat to democracy basket. But will it work on Tuesday? Well, I've assembled a panel that will embarrass the hell out of those clowns on Special Report. Wow.
So they love soccer and Special Report.
Yes! Huge Brett Maher fan. Yes. One, well, anyway, neither of them score. Oh, I laughed through the tears, Walter. I laughed through the tears. So good to see you.
It's great to see you, Greg.
I've been waiting to hear what you would say about this, because...
About the end of democracy?
Yes, please. Start with the end of democracy.
It reminds me of one of those store about to close sales.
Yes.
Where, 80% off, you've got to buy in the next 2 days, and then the store's still open 3 months later. Democracy's not going to end. Next week, they're going to call for bipartisanship after they lose and say, we never said that.
Yes.
But they're reduced to threats. They can't promise anything positive, so they're warning about the apocalypse. They've taken up the Jerry Falwell role from the 1980s. If you don't vote to us, Satan will reign on earth. And I think he does. We should have voted differently back then. But I'm also reminded me of an old mobster movie where the mobster goes to the little deli owner and says, it's a nice store you got here. It's a nice democracy you got here. Shame if anything happened to it.
Right.
Pay us $500 and you'll have that plate glass window forever.
Yeah.
So I'm a little afraid that if democracy should end next week, they will then move to a post-democracy set of rules, which could be anything, talk about soccer riots.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we're the violent ones. Aaron, you're a strategist. I'm not sure what that means, but it sounds important, and that's why you're here. What is your analysis on the early poll results for the midterms? Do you think this strategy of the apocalypse is working?
No, doom and gloom is not a resonating message with the American people. And this has been Democrats' one of their biggest faults in this cycle. The American people have been crystal clear. They couldn't be more clear. They are screaming in every poll, it's the economy, stupid. And Democrats are like, no, stupid. You're the stupid one. It's really about. They don't listen to voters. And then all of a sudden they get upset when voters show up and say, when I told you that the economy, rising prices, gas, crime, that's what's most important to me, I was serious about that. A random guy came up to me outside. And was
that
saying,
happens a lot.
Well, he was very nice, but he told me, he said, maybe I'm not normally going to vote for a Republican, but I'm going to probably vote for Lee Zeldin because you can't keep doing the same thing over and over again and think you're going to get a different result. So if you want more fear-mongering, vote for a Democrat. If you want, I don't know, a better economy, less crime, or maybe what we had in an economy back in 2018, 2019, you should vote Republican on Tuesday.
There you go. They're clapping, Todd. Not for you, though.
Never for you. I was that strange guy who came up to Bree on the street. I wasn't wearing a suit.
And you said she was your favorite weather girl.
Right.
Yeah, I was like, excuse me, sir, not right now. Yeah.
Todd, so do you have any predictions? How do you see this going? What's your take on this strategy?
I've never seen anything like this in my life, this coalescing in the last 2 weeks. And to Aaron's point, the reason is because the Democrats that are the cultural elite, or the ones that think they are, they're the ones that are pushing this abortion January 6th narrative. In that article that we're talking about, the Washington Post article, it was interesting. There's a nuance in it. It was basically accusing Democrats of running in middle America of not themselves raising January 6th. And the reason they're not doing that is because they want to win, because no real American is talking about that. The only people are the elite blue check brigade who in a couple weeks are going to have to pay $8 in order to spew their out of touch nonsense to the rest of the world.
Yeah. And they might pay it because they desperately need that status.
They have nothing else in their lives.
They can at least still say they're a what am I doing? They can still say, Greg, that they're blue checkers when that's all they have.
100%. And the rest of that article was so condescending. I think you hit on it beautifully. It basically is saying, we're very disappointed. It was like a parent who's like, I'm not mad.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed in all of you people for not making January 6th the bigger deal. It's not. It happened. It wasn't a great day, but it's over. We need to move on. Americans are suffering right now with all the things that Aaron mentioned. It's going to show up on November 8th, which is Tuesday, according to my calendar, Greg.
Yep. Kat,
Yeah, I think it's just so funny because when you boil down democracy, what's it about? It's about, having your voice be heard and, your rights as an individual to have your voice be heard. And this is the party of, for example, vaccine mandates, which to me, just a massive civil liberties violation that they're not pretending that they don't want to continue, like here in New York, for example.
Right.
But they're doing this because they have to do this. What else would they do?
Yeah.
They can't be like, vote for us. Let's keep this party going.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, they can't. None of the issues are brought up because it's been a failure on everything from crime, the border, immigration.
If you're in a bad relationship and all you can say is like, well, you'll never find anyone better.
Yeah.
That's exactly what this is.
Yes.
All they can do is try to make people so terrified of the future because what right now doesn't suck.
Yeah, that's true. And nothing is good.
My theory is that they're showing fear in front of a German Shepherd. That the Republican Party is so primed for revenge that this kind of desperate, vote for us or else stuff is only going to cause a huge surge.
All right.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.